Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to our English learning channel, English Line. I hope you missed our lessons, right? So today's lesson I'm going to talk about the next number one very important verb in English language, the verb have and has, right? So I hope you know the translation in your language, and I think you've heard a lot of sentences with this verb. For example, I have a brother, I have a car, I have a lot of friends, right? So you can make many sentences with this verb. So let's get started. The previous lesson I explained to you the pronouns in English language. So it's I, you, he, she, it, we, all together we, and they. So the pronoun you can be used in singular and plural also. So let's continue. If you want to make a sentence with the verb have, you just write this verb after the pronoun. So I have. I have. So next, you have. He, she, it, the verb changes a little bit. So you have to remember this form. He has. She has. It has. And the next, for plural pronouns like we, the same, have, and they have. So let's make a sentence. For example, I have a sister, right? Or you can say he has a sister. So you finish the sentence by yourself, right? This is the positive form of the verb have. Now let's talk about negative form. So to make the negative form, you need to use helping verb, auxiliary verb. So here it will be don't or doesn't. For example, let's make the next sentences. I don't have. So what does it mean, don't? Don't, it's the combination of two parts, do not. So in short, we use it don't. You can say I do not have, or you can say I don't have. Okay, so don't. Next, you. You, the same verb, auxiliary verb, don't have. For he, she, and it, the verb will be doesn't. So it's the same for all these three pronouns. So doesn't, what does it mean, doesn't? Doesn't means does not. In short, we use doesn't. So he doesn't have. She doesn't have. It doesn't have. Easy, right? So let's continue. The next plural form, we. The same like I and you. We don't have. We don't have. Next, they don't have. So this is the basic rule for the verb have, has, how you can use it in positive sentences and in negative sentences. Plus, let's make the example. So he has a sister. He doesn't have a sister. Here I want to explain one thing. So when we say he has in the positive sentence, in negative sentence he doesn't have. So you have the number one form of the verb have. So you change the verb has into have, right? Because imagine like this s comes here and it becomes the first form, okay? So he has, he doesn't have. She has, she doesn't have. It has, it doesn't have. Just remember that in positive sentences, he, she, it, you have a little bit different verb, has, just remember. And in negative sentence, we have different auxiliary verb. Negative one, doesn't, right? And don't forget, you change the verb into the first form. So that is all for today. I want you to give one advice. So whenever you learn something, for example, grammatical rule, try to use this rule in the sentence and try to connect the sentence with your own life. Make a lot of sentences. I don't know, like as I told you, I have a lot of beautiful friends. She doesn't have a lot of friends. I have a brother. She has a sister. So she doesn't have a brother, right? Make a lot of sentences so it sounds automatical and natural. Please just follow this advice. Make sentences connected with your own life. So that is all for today. I hope you liked this lesson and it was pretty easy. So and I wish you good luck and see you soon in our next video. Bye!